I've been looking forward to doing this video for you for a long time, and I'm really excited to bring you three of some of my favorite pairs of Nike Dunk SBs, the Lobster series. But before we do that, you know the ShoeZeum was all about bringing shoes to life with toys and props, and in this case, the props are alive. I'm going to go here into this foam case and break out two live Maine lobsters that I'm going to be cooking for dinner tonight. It's a special day. Today's my 37th birthday, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to buy a couple live lobsters and do a video on the Lobster series of Dunk SBs. And I love these shoes. So the Lobster series of Dunk SBs first got started in 2008, and it's a collaboration between Nike SB and Concepts. Concepts is a skate shop in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and when you go on their webpage, they boast that they're the very first Nike SB account ever, going all the way back to 2002. So you know, of course, Nike and Concepts are going to collaborate for some amazing shoes. In addition to this Lobster series of kicks, there's also the When Pigs Fly edition that came out a little over a year ago, and then just this last Christmas, we got the Ugly Sweater edition Concept shoes. My favorites, though, of all the Concepts SBs are the Lobsters. And we're going to get started right here with this pair from 2008. Check out this special bag. It says Fresh Catch on there. There are only 50 pairs in the whole world that come in this special packaging, and they were sold to the first 50 people in line at the launch of these shoes. They came with this special t-shirt, and wait till you see the toys and props that were provided as a part of this package. Right here in this little Fresh Catch box, which we'll get into in a minute. But wait till you see the box for this pair before we even get into that. Crazy. Okay, let's put this bag down. I don't like to handle these shoes very much because they're so special and the box is so cool. So the box right here is supposed to resemble a wooden crate, like what lobsters are often carted around in. And then when you look closely at it, come here and have a look. It's going to say 11 pounds on there. And the reason why it says 11 pounds is this shoe is a size 11. Very creative. So let's go into this special wood crate box and pull out the gold SB box. These shoes came out in 2008 during the gold SB era, which really got kicked off with the What the Dunk shoes. So inside this gold box are the red lobsters, and check out the paper that goes here along with the shoes. It sort of resembles a picnic table, like the mat that you would put on a picnic table before chowing down on some lobster. Let's get the other shoe out before we talk about these. Very, very creative collaboration right here. You gotta love the rubber bands that go around the toe box on the shoe. And of course, they resemble the rubber bands that are going to be on the claws of lobsters. And even look at the coloring on the claw of the lobster compared with the upper of this shoe. Nike did an amazing job with these kicks. Now, of course, when you look here, you'll see that the lining matches that same picnic table right there. I think the details on these shoes are incredible. I really can't say enough about them. Let's move them aside and have a look at what came as a part of the special pack. So it says Fresh Catch in here, and this little box came inside the bag. And check out the second set of laces. So usually Nike SBs will have extra laces, and in this case, we got a set of yellow laces that look like butter, because most people eat lobster and dip it in butter. In the case of these Lobster SBs, there's actually 3 pairs of laces. Have a look inside here. We've got a white pair to go along with the black pair that they come laced up from the factory, and then the yellow pair over here. Down below, we've also got a keychain that floats and some utensils for eating lobster, like a cracker and a little pick right here. The shoes come with a bib that says Fresh Catch on here, as well as a wet nap and then some Concept stickers. A very, very creative pack right here. This pack sells for about $600 or $800, which if you ask me is a little bit low considering there's only 50 of them in the world, and it's just so creative. And really, it was the start of the collaboration between Nike and Concepts in terms of shoes that they've been coming out with. We said earlier that their relationship goes all the way back to 2002 with the beginning of Nike SB, but really their collaboration in terms of special limited edition shoes starts off right here with the Red Lobsters. So a year later in 2009, sort of to celebrate the success of the Red Lobster shoe, Nike and Concepts did it again. And very, very creative with the box as well. These ones come in a foam case because oftentimes when you go to the fish market, your lobster will come in foam, just like ours did earlier today. When you look here, it's going to say live specimen and 11 pounds, just like the other pair, size 11. And these ones came in these specialty bags that are sort of reminiscent of the infrared pack of Air Jordan 6s that came out a couple years ago. I've never opened up the bags because I feel like they're in perfect dead stock condition as is. They also came with these extra laces that you can see right in here in the little Nike SB bag, a black set as well. The shoes came with this t-shirt and a specialty concepts bag. Very, very cool. I'll set this up right here. And these shoes, there were only 200 of them that came in this special foam case. We said earlier in 2008, the first 50 people got the special packaging with the bag and the wood case. In 2009, the first 200 got these special packaging Blue Lobsters. And some of them included a skateboarding deck like you'll see right here. Other ones included a foam lobster claw. Sometimes they came with a t-shirt. But again, amazing packaging, and they did a great job here. So in 2009, when Nike and Concepts launched the blue pair, they also made an incredible pair of Friends and Family Edition lobsters, and they're yellow. Let's break them out. So there are only 36 pairs of yellow lobster Dunk SBs in the whole world. And in the ShoeZeum, I had 2 of them. I actually sold one of them to Chum Lee just as we were packing things up. But come up close and have a look at this pair of yellow ochre, yellow lobster inspired Dunk SBs. Just like the red pair, they have the rubber band that goes around the toe box. And also just like the red pair, they also have that same picnic table-like lining. When you look down at the box down here, you'll notice that these shoes are a sample. That's not your normal, ordinary Nike SB label, or any Nike label for that matter. Those shoes are samples. They're very, very rare. There are only 36 in the whole world, and I have a great story about this pair of yellow lobsters. So when the Nike executives flew down to the ShoeZeum to visit me, they first came with Mark Parker, Tinker Hatfield, Sandy Bodecker, Michael Lemming, Rick Shannon, Eric Sprunk. It was an amazing group of like the top dogs at Nike. And Sandy Bodecker was the head of Nike SB, and he was there as part of the group. And he was actually rocking a pair of yellow lobsters, and he was testing me. He walked into the ShoeZeum, he took one step into the ShoeZeum, and I looked at his feet, and I was like, man, Sandy, nice yellow lobsters. And he sort of gave me a nod, like I passed some secret test about whether or not I would recognize these really, really limited edition SBs, and of course I did. It was amazing to give Sandy props to him and his team for all of the creative Nike SBs that they have come out with, including these lobsters. So ever since the ShoeZeum was packed up, Nike has continued to release shoes inspired by sea creatures. And the ShoeZeum had an exhibit with shoes that were inspired by mammals and sea creatures, all that lived underwater. We had orca whale inspired shoes, shark dunks, shrimp dunks, octopus dunks, and of course these lobsters. But ever since the ShoeZeum has been packed up, there's also been a pair of shark hyperflights that have come out, as well as a KD6 in the limited blue crab edition. I really look forward to seeing what other creativity Nike has up their sleeve with the sea creature inspired shoes, and I'm really excited that I got to bring you a review of these really rare Nike Dunk SB lobsters.